Well, I'm pretty excited today. I just received my new security camera from my house here in the city. I got the same type of camera as I installed at the cottage 8 months ago. It's the ARGUS PT, but this time I got the 2K version because I've got a much higher speed internet service up here. And once again, instead of running wires or drilling through the outside of the house, I picked up the optional solar panel to keep it powered. I'm installing it today. Hope you'll stick around. Nice. So as many of you folks know, especially if you watch the channel, I received one of these ARGUS PT cameras from Reolink about 8 months ago. Installed it up at my cottage in the woods. I'm off grid up there. Not to mention I have no wireline service for Wi-Fi. So they had sent me their Reolink ARGUS PT, but it was the 1080 HD version. This now being the 6th different brand of security camera I've tried both here at home and at the cottage over the last 6, 7, 8 years. 8 months through the Canadian winter, this Reolink ARGUS PT did not fail me once. It worked flawlessly in every way, including the solar power, which maintained power throughout the entire winter despite how much snow we got. Being that impressed, as I mentioned to you folks, I decided to buy this one for my home in the city, because I'd like to replace these unreliable cameras that I've had here for a number of years that for some reason don't notify you when they should, don't turn on when they should, constantly lose connection despite the fact that I have the highest grade Wi-Fi service you can get in the city here. So we're going to try out the Reolink once again. I'm probably not going to go through the entire installation process because you guys have already seen that at the cottage. But what will be different, and I'll try to keep you along, is I've already established a Reolink cloud account. I already have an account with them. I already have the first camera hooked up. So this will be a second camera that I'm going to set up on the same account. So now I'll be able to see both cameras out of one app. So first things up, we're just going to get it set up, get it connected to the app so that it's seen, and then put it on a charger, get this rechargeable battery fully recharged, then we'll install it up on the eaves as well as the solar panel. It'll turn green once it's charged. One really nice benefit to this camera is it will pan almost 360 degrees. So I can catch the front lawn all the way across the front of the house and to the back door by the backyard. Now, of course, this could have been put somewhere else, but hopefully we'll be able to see past it and we'll get at least partial shots of the side door. When you're placing that solar panel, you want to make sure you're going to put it somewhere where it's going to get a lot of sun every day. Here in the city, the houses are much closer together, of course, which means that the sun gets blocked. So I went out about 8 o'clock, 8:30 this morning, and I checked to see where the shadow line was against the siding on my house. And then I went back out around 10, 12 o'clock, and now it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So you can see that sun, or the shadow off of my eaves, has gone down from the 3rd panel down to now touching the 5th panel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount that solar panel on the 6th panel down. That means I'm going to get sun for most of the day before it sets in the evening. I'm also facing the south side, which is the best side, at least here in Ontario. The hardware it comes with is simple and also comes with templates for drilling your holes. The nice thing about the solar plate is this thing swivels in all directions, so it doesn't matter which way you orient it on the side of the wall. They also give you spare hardware in both cases. One other thing to point out, this ARGUS PT works on a 2.4 gigabytes Wi-Fi service. So if you've got the high 5 gig stuff, if you have a router that does both, you're in good shape. But if you've only got a router with 5G, you probably won't be able to get it to work, at least according to the instructions. You probably noticed I haven't removed the old camera yet. Although it's highly unreliable, it's better than nothing. And you know me, I like to test new equipment out before I decide to either keep it, or in this case, before I want to come up and remove the old one, in case for some reason it's not working out. Now remember, we're due south. I want to put a nice angle on this to help snow in the wintertime to come off it, as well as for it to get maximum exposure up. If you put it too flat, in the wintertime the snow is just going to continue to accumulate on it and you're going to stop getting power. If you have it too horizontal, you're not going to get direct exposure to the sun. So I think you're looking at around 35 degrees, somewhere in there, 35, 40 degrees should be just fine. And of course, you want to make sure you're well over the roof of your neighbor. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie wrap this up to the top, and then I'm going to connect up our camera. We'll see if she works. Okay. Comes with the installation guide. I don't need to set up the app, I already have it. It is going to say to launch the app, so I'll just go on my phone here. There's the app. Launch it up. Oh, look at that. There's the cottage. And once again, works flawlessly every time I open the app. But we'll go back to the main menu. You'll see there's a plus sign in the corner. I'm going to push that plus. And first step up, we're going to turn the camera on. Wait for a sound. There it is. And she's dinging. I'm going to turn it over, put the QR code into the camera. She's beeped. In this case, the other camera is up north, so I need to configure the Wi-Fi down here. Okay. I can hear the dings, and I have to input my password to the Wi-Fi here. We'll go next. Now I need to scan it. In this case, I'm now going to take this QR code and I need to face it to the camera and hold it. There's the ding.
Camera is connecting to your router.
Nice.
Please wait.
All right. Excellent. Couple of things to note. You notice that I started the installation process and then I immediately jumped to this screen. It's because it wouldn't connect to my Wi-Fi. So I went through the troubleshooting and the first thing it said is move it closer to the router to connect. So I did that and it connected immediately. A couple of things you should also be aware of. If you're on a really high-speed gigabyte type service or fiber service, you most likely have a router that supports 5G. And the router I happen to have, because I just called the tech support, will automatically identify 2.4 gigahertz devices and connect them automatically, as well as the newer 5G type, you know, like your television, your new computers, etc. However, he did mention that on some platforms, depending on who serves your Wi-Fi, you may have to go into the router connections and create a separate 2.4 gigabyte router Wi-Fi. I didn't have to myself, I just needed to move it closer and then the rest of the connection went through just fine. Alrighty, everything's in except the camera itself. I didn't actually fully charge it before I set it up there because Carol had other plans for me today. But before you head up the ladder for the last time, you want to take this small round disc out of the mount. You'll see that there's a little hinge there or a little lock. You turn it maybe 1/8 of a turn sideways and you'll see it'll come undone. And then take it and just screw it down into the top of the camera. You want to put your antenna on, screw it in nice and firm. Make sure the camera is turned on. Check it with your phone, make sure it's all connected and everything's good. When you get up there, you're going to plug the solar panel into the same port that you were charging it with the cord inside the house. She's good, it's on. Let's finish up the job. Don't forget, there's a weatherproof shield. You want to slide that right in to the socket. Keep the water out. The camera is IP67 waterproof. So that rubber boot is in there. Okay, here we go. I'm in. I'm going to listen for the click. There we go. That's the click. Good. There's a little channel to route your wire. Excellent. There's a blue light on the front. That means everything's a go. If there are any troubles with connectivity, that light on the front is going to flash a yellow, which means that you may have a problem, but we're blue and we're good to go. Before I put the ladder away, I'm just going to test it out on the phone here. Connecting. Start live view, loading stream. Yep. Oh, geez, isn't that nice? Success. This newer version of the ARGUS PT has indicators. It can identify motion if it's a person or if the motion is from an automobile. Shows a little picture in the screen when it sees it. Yep. That downspout is in the way a lot, but I still get part of a picture to the back door. Well, my friends, that's just about a wrap. Just have a few closing comments. All right, not a bad little project. For disclosure purposes, the first Reolink camera that was sent to me 8 months ago was actually sent to me. I wasn't paid, nor am I still to this day paid any commissions or any fees for creating these videos. But I do like finding good products or good quality for the price products that I can share with you folks, especially after I've tested them for 8 months. We'll see how this one does at the house. But if you are interested in any Reolink products, again, whether you choose to buy a Reolink camera or any other brand is inconsequential to me. I don't get paid. I don't get any commissions. But I will leave a GP Outdoors discount code in the description under this video. I really appreciate it if you stuck around today. I hope you found it informational or at least entertaining. If you like the channel, please click subscribe, hit the like button. And if you want to know when I'm posting more videos, just click that little bell. Have a great week with your families. Please remember to be kind. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm Gord Potter, and you've been watching GP Outdoors. Cheers.